Hey, what's up? For those of you that watched the first video, this is the second video in the series. For those of you that haven't watched the first video, I would encourage you to go ahead and click stop or mute or whatever and go back and find the first video and take this process step by step. My name is James. I've lost some weight and I'm trying to share what I learned in my weight loss journey to possibly help somebody else in their weight loss journey. If this is something you can identify or are interested in, as I said, I would probably watch the first video because this isn't going to make as much sense. So thanks again for stopping by, and I'll see you when you finish the first video. For those of you that did watch the first video, I hope that you did your journal, you did it for a week, and that you were completely honest. Because as I said in the first video, honesty is the basis to the foundation of what I'm going to help you achieve. So if you're not being honest with yourself, then you're not gonna achieve your goals. So that's very important. As you see on the screen, there's some foods that are pictured on there, some logos of some different fast food places, and I'm hoping that some of these items may have made it into your journal, because that's showing me that you are being completely honest about the journal, and you know the results you're going to get from this weight loss is going to be a lot better if you're completely honest. When I was a kid, family time was, sitting around the kitchen table, mom and dad, and mom makes a well-balanced, nutritious meal, all the essential foods, and we eat dinner, and that was that. Today, food is different. It's fast food, it's eating in your car, it's I don't have time to cook, so I'm just going to buy something that I throw in the microwave or something that I throw in the oven and heat up that's already been made for me. That's not a healthy way to eat. I ate that way for a long time, and it's a large portion of why I gained the weight that I did. And the reason I've lost the weight is because I've eliminated those things from my diet. You have to think of your body as an engine. This is how I process this information. You have to think of it as like the human engine, okay? A lot of this stuff is real simple, but sometimes the simplest solution to a problem is the hardest one to see. And for me, that's the way it was. I mean, I had to break this down in the most simplest form in order to be able to accomplish what I have and what I hope to accomplish going forward. So you have to think of your body, as I said, as the human engine, and the fuel for this engine is food. The food that you put into your body is fuel to make the engine run. The body processes the fuel, uses the fuel for its purposes, and what is left over of the fuel gets sent out of your body as waste. While it's processing the fuel that you've put in your body, some of it uses, some of it stores, some of it keeps keeps around because it's an easy fuel source, as I might say, So this is how you have to look at things. So now back to your journals. This is why you did the journals. Everything that you put on that journal, every piece of food, every fast food joint, has to have nutritional facts for their foods. I could sit here and go on and on and on about the calories and fat grams and everything because there's so much out there. But that's what I want you to do. I want you to take your list and I want you to break it down by calories, day by day, for the whole week. I want you to sit and look up things on the internet. If you went to McDonald's and you got a double quarter pounder meal with the large supersized fry and the large Coke, if you do the research, you can go online, you could find the website, and they'll have the nutritional facts for that meal. And you could write it down and add up the calories and the fat grams. Right now, we're just going to focus on the calories. It's good to understand how many fat grams and sodium and all that, but let's be honest. For me, I was fat because I ate too much fat. My body didn't process that fat, so it stored that fat. My human engine got clogged up with fat. So for you, hopefully you identify with that. Let's focus on calories and let's focus on fat. What you eat and how much of it that you eat. So go ahead, as I said, take your list, break it down, add up all the calories, and you're going to get a number of how many calories you're consuming a day. And you're going to get a number of how many calories you consumed for a week. You have to understand that nutritionists say that a pound of fat is equal to 3,500 calories. I know from my journey that I would go to a Pizza Hut sometimes, or Papa John's. Pizza was my evil. And I would eat a whole large pizza. And I would get sausage and pepperoni, sometimes extra cheese. And I realized now that each slice of that pizza was costing me 400 or 500 calories. And I ate a whole pizza. So my calorie counts were way high. And maybe yours are too. And that's good, because it's easy to cut that down. Once you identify the evil, it's easy to get rid of it. But you have to first see that it is an evil. So go ahead, add up all your calories. You're going to get your number for a week and for a day. And then when you get your number for a week, go ahead and multiply that by 4. So now you got your numbers for a month. Now the next step that I want you to do, after you've gotten those, is I want you to go online and I want you to look up something called the base metabolic rate, BMR. There's tons of websites, and I'll put a link below, where you can calculate your base metabolic rate. Your base metabolic rate is how many calories your body burns in a day. For me, it's about 2,200 calories. For you, it's going to be different. It's based on your sex, your height, your weight, your age. So go on, find the link below, and figure out your base metabolic rate. As I said, a pound of fat is 3,500 calories. So in order for you to lose weight, if you look back at the human engine, you have to put enough fuel in to run the engine, but you don't want it to store anything when you're done. And to lose weight, you actually want it to go into its storage and burn some of that. Storage would be that big tire around your waist, or those big hips that you can never get rid of. You have to understand that when you lose weight, so many people say, well, I just want to lose a little bit in my stomach, or I just want to get rid of my love handles. You can't lose weight that way. You have to lose your weight throughout your whole body. Your body decides which parts it's going to burn the fat from. It decides what storage it's going to go and get its fuel. So you have to lose the weight throughout your whole body. You can't just target one area. You might have a little bit of, fat around your waist, and you might be able to do some sort of crazy wrap, and it may look better. But for somebody like myself who was morbidly obese, and for those out there that I'm trying to reach who I hope will not be morbidly obese in the near future, you have to lose it throughout your whole entire body. So once you get your base metabolic rate, it's real simple. You take your base metabolic rate, you times it by 7, times it by 4, and that's what your body's going to burn in a month. Now remember, I said in the first video, and I'll keep saying throughout these videos, you have to be completely honest with yourself. Don't say that you have moderate activity when all you do is sit around and surf the internet all day. Be honest with yourself. That's how you're going to get honest results. So you have to make your calorie intake for the day less than what your base metabolic rate is. But you can't starve yourself. You're not going to be able to starve yourself for the rest of your life. Trust me. In my journey, I did lots of research on starvation. I did research on surveys that were done back in the 1940s on starvation. I did research on the Holocaust in Nazi Germany, and the way that the Jews were treated in the concentration camps, and how they had to drink beef broth with a crust of stale bread every day. You can't starve yourself. You have to eat. In order to lose weight, you're going to have to eat. But you're going to have to eat the right foods. So go ahead, figure out your numbers, your base metabolic rate, your calorie count, and do some research, learn about those things. And in the next video, we're going to start with you learning how to change what you eat, how to eat healthier in order to lose some weight, how to be more active, and how that is affecting your body. I appreciate you stopping by, checking out this video. Like I said, your homework is to go ahead and get your numbers, learn what your numbers are. It's going to be different for every person. There's different sites on the web. I'll post some links below to help you find the information, write it down, and then we'll start next video on putting together a diet. Well, actually, I don't like the word diet. We'll put together a menu for you to eat so that way you can lose weight. Thanks again. This is James, and I appreciate you stopping by and checking out my video.